Alright, back at you with another quick hit. Alright. This was gonna be a little one I was pondering upon concerning just vanities. Vanity, 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 vanity. Most of this rubbish we see, guess what it is? Vanity, right? It's illusions. Now, do we have certain stuff within our lives? That some of you may have cars, bike, bicycle, moped, motorbike, scooter. Some of you may have jewelry. Some of you may have, I'm sure a lot of you have a fridge. If you have a household, you have a fridge, right? And certain things. So we don't want to be simple. We're going to go straight to chapter Luke 12, right? And 13. And one company said unto him, Master, speak to my brother, that he divided inheritance with me. And if you're in the right mindset, you don't care about no you don't care about no earthly inheritance, right? You're not thinking about no pension plan or this or that or trust fund. You don't care about them things, right? And he said unto him, Man, who made me a judge or divider over you? And he said unto them, Take heed and beware of covetousness. What's covetousness? Desiring what one has, somebody else has. Needful of it. You do anything you can to get it. Beware of covetousness. Why? Because it leads to every other sin underneath the earth. Covetous leads to everything else. Every other sin. For a man's life consists of not in the abundance of things which he possesseth. That's why Yahweh said, a man shall not live by not live by bread only, but by every word that proceedeth out of his mouth. Right? So a man's life don't consist of the abundance of things he possesseth. But this is how the carnal man thinks, looks at life. I need this, I need that. You only need what Yahweh gives you at that moment. That's all you need. Alright? And he spake a parable unto them, saying, The ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. And he thought within himself, saying, What shall I do, because I have no room to bestow my fruits? Right? All these fruits in other words, goods. And he said, This what I do, I will pull down my barns. Check out the words. I shall do, because I have no room to bestow my fruits. That narcissism spirit again. Me, selfish. And he said, This will I do. There's the I again. Right? This will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater. Right? And there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. So the key thing was, I will pull down my barns and build greater. So this is what he wanted to do. Right? He was thinking about himself. And I will say to my soul that has much goods, lay up for many years, take that ease, eat and drink and be merry. So key thing, eat, drink and be merry. Right? That's that happy-go-lucky spirit, not caring about anything. Right? But the Most High said unto him, Thou fool, this night thy soul will be required of thee. Then who shall those things be which thou hast provided? Huh? And a spiritual man's going to think like that. Right? You ain't even living right, but you got all these things stacked up. Okay? Oh fool, this night thou shalt be required of thee, and then who shall those things be which thou hast provided? Right? So is he that layeth up treasure for himself, and is not rich towards the Most High. So this is applying to those that are not rich in faith towards the Most High, but stack up all these things. Okay? And it says, but layeth up treasure for himself. Go to Matthew 6 and 19. Excuse me just a minute. Go to Matthew's, right? And you still got these people walking around there, trafficking their children, exploiting their children. None of that's going to be happening in our kingdom. None of that. This is a sick society, but let's stay on topic, because I don't want to get distracted. This is Matthew 6. Alright? And 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust have corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. This is the Messiah speaking. Lay up for yourself treasures in heaven. This video, this is a treasure. It might not seem very like a heavy lesson. This is a treasure. Lord willing, the angels are seeing this, and this is getting laid up. Them spiritual treasures, right? The odd person will say, you're wasting your time, just stop. No. And it says, Baba Kishar, for where moth and dust rough does corrupt, where thieves break through and steal, thieves can break through and steal that. Right? So now let's go back to, where was we, Luke? Right? So he that layeth up treasure for himself and is not rich towards the Most High. We want to be rich towards the Most High, towards Yahweh Shai. Rich in faith. Excuse me, just a minute. I am thinking so much scriptures are coming to mind. It's brilliant how Yahweh Shai can just sup with you. Go to James, I think it is. You could be a poor man, right? But you're rich in faith, so you're happy. Right? This is James 2 and 5. Hearken, my beloved brethren. Have not the Most High chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith? Poor. In other words, they don't have any status, right? Within society, right? They're known as, what do they call it in the Masonic terms? They call it system, or he's a system failure. Because remember, the Masons, they speak in code. He's a system failure. There goes the rabbit. They have certain terms for people. There goes the rabbit. Follow the rabbit. You know, they just got all these different terms. And it says, the Most have chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith. So what? Rich in faith. And heirs of the kingdom, which he had promised to them that love him. So Lord willing, we're going to be future heirs with Yahweh Shai. We continue to endure. Right? So now, finish off on Luke. Right? 11. Okay. We finish off on 11. Luke 11 and 22. Baba Kishar. What else? So we went to that. There's so many different scriptures on so many different things. Right? Every time I'm doing a lesson. But you know what? The scripture says, resist the devil and the devil shall flee anyway. So it is what it is, man. You know? That's just part of this truth. Anyway. You know? People want to feed off your energy. Right? And I'm not going to bother move, because what's the point? Everywhere you move, they're just going to be there anyway. So let's go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 5. Right? They're trying to make me hyper vigilant. But it's good anyway, because that shows you still have your senses. Right? You don't want to shut off your senses now. Right? So it is good to be at times vigilant. Okay, that means your senses are still intact. That's called your survival mode. Alright, maybe just a minute. Ecclesiastes 5. Right? Set not thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough. Right? Let's read it again. Set not thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough. Right? For my life. Right? For my life. Right? So, we also don't want to be in that spirit as well. You know? And say not, I have enough for my life. Right? To the point where you don't want anything else. You don't want to grow. And follow not thy own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of the heart. And that's what a lot of people are doing. Okay? And say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride. Alright? Excuse me just a minute. Our main thing, we shouldn't be really focusing on none of that. Pension planning, bro. Really, you should be focusing on getting right with the Messiah, with Yahweh Shai. Okay, that's the main thing. Right? Because the elites, what, they're trillionaires, right? But they're going to lose all that. I want to go to Proverbs, Baba Kishore. Proverbs 11. And where was we? 11. And I'm just looking for that particular scripture. 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath. Right? So you have the elites, they have all these riches, trillionaires, but that's not going to profit them in the day of wrath. at all, right? And it says, Baba Kishar, riches profit not in a day of wrath. So they're not going to profit them, but righteousness deliver from death. It's going to be a righteousness that what keeps you safe, right? Now the elites, they're not going to be safe when it's all said and done. Okay, the righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness. So that's what's going to happen. The wicked are actually going to fall by their own wickedness. The main thing we should be focusing on is godliness. Godliness with contentment is great gain, right? I've seen it. I'm around people that have loads of money, right? And that's what they speak about. Money, 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 money. Bro, life is more than that. Grow the hell up. Grow up. Right? You have all the money in the world, but if you're not right with Yahweh Shai, it means nothing. Right? Look how many rich people you see, celebrities, they're depressed, they're strung out on drugs. Right? They always wearing dark shades, covering their eyes, because they're not happy with themselves. When you're going to wake up and smell the coffee? So with this, I'll go shut off here. Lord willing, this was edifying. And it put a little pep in your step and it gives you something to think about. That's why I do these lessons, so you can think. Right? So with this, I'm going to shut off. And until the next time, shalom.